Julie didn't know where she was. Air shredded out of her in painful gasps, and she clamped a hand over her mouth, trying to quieten her breathing. She turned her head and listened intently for any sound that meant they were near. Surely her escape would have been noticed by now. She wrapped her arms around herself and crouched under a table. At least she thought it was a table. The room around her was pitch black. All she could see were the flashes and starbursts behind her eyes, caused by the drugs they had made her take. She knew she should feel cold, in just boxers and a vest, but her skin was on fire. She rubbed her hands against her flesh, trying to brush away the prickles that ran under her skin like insects. There was the scrape of metal against concrete somewhere to her right, or maybe her left. She couldn't seem to get a fix on where the sound came from. The building was vast. She had stumbled up and down staircases in the dark to get here, her bare feet ripping on the concrete, her hands scraping the walls. She thought the building must be derelict. There was an emptiness about it, an echo-ness. Slowly, she crawled across the floor, her knees points of pain on the bare surface, trying to find a hiding place. When she reached a wall, she began moving along it, the fingers of her right hand outstretched in the dark. She flinched at a sudden clang, as if someone had knocked over a piece of metal pipe. Julie wept silently, the tears streaming down her face, creating tracks in the dirt. They were close, maybe even in the next room, hunting her. If they came in now with their torches and headlamps, they'd see her immediately. Frantically, she crawled faster, her fingers searching for an escape. A door, an alcove, or even another table. Something she could use. Julie's heart was beating so fast now it was painful. Flashes of shock pulsing through her veins like marbles. Any moment now, she was sure, the arc of a torch beam would slide across her. Then the wall ended, and she was grasping at air. Quickly, she shuffled through the gap, almost immediately hitting her head on something solid. She reached out her hands to find flat hardness on 3 sides. She was in a small utility room. Turning, she felt for the door, pushing it shut. The snick of the latch as it closed made her wince. If they heard the noise, then they would know where she was. And if they caught her, they would kill her.